Что тут у нас? Что тут у нас? У нас впереди Queen's Blood. Еп. Чел, это... это стрёмно так думать. Блин, Космоканьон — это трехэтажный город получается. Я напоминаю, что Клауда вообще-то разыскивают.
Hello, sir. Care to tell the folks at home who you are? Could this shark be more of a guppy? Well, I spy a row of razor-sharp teeth in this little fishy's maw. You might be the QB killer we've been waiting for, but there's only one way to find out. That's right. Our audience doesn't want to hear commentary. They want to see blood.
Queen's Blood.
Up the ante, our challenger's opponent will be none other than your host with the most, me, Bernard.
Так. Чё я хотел? Я хотел поменять колоду, да? Сосер Сквот мы убираем. И вместо нее ставим карту на уничтожение. Пам-пам-пам-пам-пам. Блин. Давайте. Да не хоть... Нет, мужик, нет, все нормально. Я случайно все выхожу из матча. Играем. Так. Слушайте, ну вообще начало сейчас будет четко. Это что такое? Сахагин? Когда впервые уменьшается, ослабляется, увеличиваете силу. На 4. Окей, да. Угу. Мне не нравится то, что я вижу. Я, возможно, ошибку сейчас совершил. Я, наверное, пожадничал. Все, я ходить больше не могу. Я совершил ошибку в середине матча где-то. Он может меня и победить сейчас. Он меня победит. Или ничья будет, или он меня победит. А. Wait, стоп. Он сейчас бафнул мои карты. Я все равно проигрываю. Что я сейчас наделал? Блять, я случайно это сделал. Я случайно, не глядя, нажал. О, боже мой. Идиот. Бывает же такое, а? А, 2 надо, да? Блять. Почему его карта бафается? А, плюс 2 за каждую ослабленную вражескую карту. Воу. Это законно? Да он охуел. Сколько у него еще карт на уничтожение кончились? Отлично. Мне кажется, я победил, господа. Так. Надо сразу занять это поле. Спасибо. Так, ну что, мне кажется, мы победили.
Talk about carnage, am I right? I'm lucky I got out of that match with my limbs intact. Today's shark is a ferocious man-eating menace. He made a serious splash with some ruthless moves. Players the world over have got to be shaken in their boots. Something tells me this beast is about to upset the QB fridge.
Уже 7-го ранга,
Better
Вася.
start swimming. Congratulations to you, sir, for an incredible match. Though we found the canyon's resident shark, the fun never ends on this show. Stay tuned because we've got more coming your way.
Так, сейчас я подойду через секунду, наверное. Я вернулся. Ну что, Квинсблот мы, наверное, прошли всех в этом городе. Скорее всего. Так. Блин, я извиняюсь. Вернулся.
Planet's spiritual energy and bring it into ourselves. First, we calm.
Вообще, чем дальше, тем Космокальон начинает походить на уже культ какой-то. О, я тебя не заметил.
Precious material, where are you? No need to be shy, come out. Yuffie's gonna take you home. My precious material, where are you? No need to be shy, come out. Yuffie's gonna take you home.
Так.
Since time immemorial.
Мы всех видели. Баррета видели. Айрис, Тифа бегают с Клаудом. Кейт Сид сидит, спит, да.
fancy running into you here. Say, how about I get a shot of you giving thanks to the planet?
Как он сюда попал?
The beauty of this place is unreal. Pictures can't do it justice. Wonders such as these have to be experienced in person. I want to believe I can capture this magic. I'm looking for spots with a spiritual feel, if you know any.
Oh no. Так, ну чё, мы здесь все смотрели? Это локация из Джек 3. Город в пустыню.
Not so fast. Sorry, but visitors aren't allowed in here. You see, this is where we keep all our valuables. Not so. You see,
Так бы и сказал сразу, мужик.
Not so fast. You see, this is
Да ладно, мужик, ладно. Блин, высоко забрались. Все как любит Арис, цветы.
Only those who have the key, as well as fellow Bugenhagen's permission, are allowed inside. Only those who have the key, as well as fellow Bugenhagen's permission, are allowed inside. Only those who have
Да я
the key,
понял,
as well
женщина,
as fellow
хватит.
Bugenhagen's permission, are allowed inside.
Круто, наверное, здесь жить.
If we've anything to fear, it is not our fellow man, nor any creature big or small, with whom we share our home. It is that
Насосами
which
сюда
comes
качает.
beyond the confines of this world, that which disrupts the natural order.
Oh, these are the friends I was talking about.
Thank you for looking after Marmaduke. My name is Bugenhagen. I teach planetology here in the canyon. One could say I know a thing or two about our world.
A thing or two? I doubt there's a thing or two you don't know about it.
Well, it might seem that way to a child like yourself.
I'm not a child anymore. I'm 48.
40 what?
Прям как Саря.
Nanaki here has a long life ahead of him. In human terms, I would say he's about 15 or 16 years old.
That's more than old enough. I can protect our Vale and everyone in it. Which is more than I can say for my good-for-nothing father.
Speaking of the members of our little community, have you announced your return to one and all, Namaki?
Not yet. Be right back.
Эксоруда, привет, скорее всего, да. Потому что в оригинале он прекратил после этого притворяться, можно сказать. И здесь и разработчики сразу говорили, что они записали все сайд-квесты, в которых участвовал Red 13, они записывали две озвучки к нему, до и после Космоканьона. То есть даже если бы мы отправились те квесты выполнять, что в самом начале игры есть, если бы мы их скипнули и отправились бы, скорее всего, он уже говорил бы другим голосом. И, скорее всего, диалоги были бы немножко другие. Это, на самом деле, очень круто. И если перепроходить, то надо скипать все сайд-квесты и проходить их потом позже. Наверное, так.
If we've anything to fear, it is not our fellow man, nor any creature big or small, with whom we share our.
О, боже мой, как это красиво.
We have Professor Gass to thank for a full half of the research materials archived here.
Наконец-то мы в Космоканьоне.
I never thought you could become even more enchanting. And yet,
While that may appear to be little more than a glistening mineral at a glance, it is in fact a crystallized collection of our planet's memories.
my heart.
Anarchy never had much exposure to the outside world. I can only hope his travels with you have served to enlighten him. Oh, have my devices piqued your curiosity?
That's what she said?
They are essential to my studies of the planet. Anarchy never had much exposure to the outside world. I can only... That records fluctuations in various energies. I must ask that you handle it with care. It's a rather delicate device, you see.
Почему Клауд после этих слов потянулся к мечу?
Whoa. Those devices are testing the pull of gravity.
Чё, мужик, скажешь? Музон.
That's a scale model of our planet and the surrounding stars. One could say the dust it's collected represents the people who live upon it.
Спасибо. Тут, наверное, охуенно спать. Только ночью, наверное, очень холодно.
Do you recognize that little scamp? I'll have you know that in his childhood, Nanaki was quite a handful.
Это что, орган?
That is one of the first Mako detectors ever built.
Ой, чуть микрофон не снес.
Though I suspect it can't detect much now.
Это потому что мака мало?
Let's not be hasty. I'll show you that room later.
If you know what I mean. Чё-то Тифа с Айрис молчат.
That right there is a type of a current generator. It harnesses the power of the wind to produce new airflows of its own. Perhaps you've encountered them before during your travels.
О,
Lights we observe here have traveled to us from the far reaches of time and space. To gaze at the stars is to gaze into their past, what they once were, eons ago.
Can't say I'm all that interested in the future, but that's just how we're wired. Humans can't help but fixate on the past, on what used to be.
глубоко.
Nothing is as beautifully complex as the cosmos.
Блин, охуенно, наверное, на таком месте было бы работать. Чёртовы обсерватории.
The planet connects us, one and all, for everything exists through her.
You won't find a larger telescope on the planet. With it, you can see to the edge of the galaxy. There's no better view of the stars than through this scope. But the lens could do with some cleaning. My apologies.
Клауд, давай посмотрим звезды. Нет? О. Так, ты чё, мы все смотрели здесь?
The lights we observe here have traveled to us from the far reaches of time and space. To gaze at the
Я, в всяком случае, не вижу, чтобы я мог еще с чем-то взаимодействовать.
But that's just how we're wired. Humans can't help but fixate on the past.
Mind your manners in front of fellow Bugenhagen.
Где Бугенхайм-то?
That again, huh?
Вот. Это оружие? Weapon?
That's...
The planet crying out. A sorrowful dirge indeed.
Dirge of Cerberus.
All too often of late. This tubing allows us on the surface to hear the inner voice of the planet.
What we just heard didn't come from the planet, though. That was definitely the voice of a weapon.
You seem awfully sure of yourself, miss.
Because we saw them with our own eyes. Two, in the Corel and Gungaga reactors. They were loud and huge.
A fascinating account, were it true. However, such grand delusions could be a sign of Mako poisoning.
О, господи, дед не верит Тифи. Это потому что она женщина?
Excuse me?
Oh. Yes. That would do them some good. Judging from everything you've said, the three of you are unfamiliar with basic planetology. But it is never too late to learn. Please, come with me.
Стоп, мы туда только втроем пойдем? В оригинале в эту комнату мы заходили с текущей пати. Я-то думал, что здесь нам переделают, что все туда будут заходить, но похоже, что тут нас только Тиф и Арис. Если это та комната, про которую я думал. Да.
I present to you our planetarium. While the Shinra building features the latest iteration, this particular one is my original design. Now then, without without further ado.
Yep. CG пошло.
Wow.
This is only the beginning.
A shooting star.
Planetology is not simply the study of the cosmos and the celestial bodies that dwell in it. Rather, it is a quest to comprehend the cyclical nature of life. Behold, the planet we call home. It was from its soil, so teeming with life, that mankind was born. And like all living things, man is fated to die. So, what happens next? The body withers and returns to the planet. But what of the mind, the spirit, the soul? Much like its former vessel, it too returns whence it came. To the great river where all intertwine and circle the planet without end. A cycle of continuous convergence and divergence. The ceaseless ebb and flow that is the life stream.
Тема Айрис.
An apt name, though it is as much a reservoir as
Немножко там мотив и был.
being the sum of the planet's spiritual energy. It is the very essence of our star. The blood coursing through its planetary veins. And if ever that essence were to be entirely
Реплику. Жалко, что это только трое видят.
Of course, these are but basic principles of planetology.
So you're saying that Mako is spiritual energy, which we're using up?
Just so. Siphoned from the planet.
Это что ж, мы жгем лампочки душами мертвых, что?
It is fated to fuel man's machinery, then fade away.
Okay, but does it actually fade away? I mean, what if it doesn't? What if it just returns to the life stream in a different form? Is that possible?
A novel theory, suggestive of a lack of understanding. However, that can be overcome with time and education.
You rang?
Please escort this young lady to our seminar room, would you?
Пора в школу.
Right this way. Okay.
Hey, can I come?
Согласен. Что это такое вообще? Как существовать без золотого блюдца? Клауд, ты тоже в школу.
Got a question. Planet runs out of energy. It and everything on it dies, right?
Yes.
There any way to avoid this? Like, making the spiritual energy stronger?
Why are you asking me such things?
What?
I'm sorry. I've come to realize that I'm somewhat stuck.
У них здесь электрогенераторы стоят. Ветряные генераторы.
Exerts unprecedented influence over its environs. And as both the planet and society evolve, so too must science. And yet it seems that I cannot. Perhaps I'm much too old of a dog to learn any new tricks. Was my explanation of planetology not to your liking? Perhaps a seminar would provide a more agreeable experience.
Мне кажется, дед обиделся немножко. Так, где семинар-то проводят? Красиво, конечно, очень красиво. Но я не вижу туалетов здесь. Если им приходится далеко из здания бегать в туалет, это, конечно.
Fellow Bugenhagen instructed me to let you take anything you think might prove useful on your journey. Check out the storeroom when you have a chance.
Как, зачем? Ну... Да, единение с природой, все дела. Кстати, сейчас играет тема Арис. Новая аранжировка. Ну ладно, денег-то они неплохо так дали мне. О боже мой. О господи. О. Какое у них хранилище-то большое, а? Потому что он здесь вырос. О! Так. Кристальный мегафон. Прикончить рога. Так, еще раз не понял. То есть надо вызвать Самона, надо сесть на Мугла и использовать обилку, и прикончить ей врага. Это супер сложно звучит. Кто у него стоит? Александр, да? Так. Чакру покачать, что ли, я не знаю. Я просто не вижу, честно говоря, материи, которые мне бы сейчас нужны были прям. Пусть просто качается. Спасибо, господа.
Right this way.
У нас еще дохерища здесь в Open World, походу. Эй, это же Юфи. Я тоже решила про планету послушать.
This village is lame. Did you know none of the materia here is even real? And don't get me started on the planetologists. Bunch of blowhards in love with the sound of their own voice. This village is lame. And don't get me started on
Ладно,
the
ей не нравится здесь.
planetologists.
С тобой мы говорили, мужик. Мне нравится, как быстро они кинули Клауда.
I heard from fellow Bugenhagen. By all means, please come and join the seminar. Follow me if you would.
Which would you say is a more worthy pursuit? They are both one and the same. Wouldn't you agree?
I ask you this, who among you has looked in?
It's so great learning about planetology with everyone.
Угу. Это, я думаю, я бы не хотел здесь жить, наверное. Красиво, конечно, но что-то как-то больно много сектантов.
Always been on the bigger side, but I've never been into physical stuff. Painting and poetry are more my thing. My old man, he used to say it was a waste, me spending all my time indoors. According to him, a big kid like me was using twice as much spiritual energy as other folks. And I was a burden on the planet. But he was wrong. That extra energy I received from the planet, it was a blessing. And after imbuing it with my compassion and intellect, I'll give it right back. No way is that a waste. It's just the opposite.
Indeed it is. Thank you for sharing.
Blessings of the planet be upon you.
Now, would anyone else like to share their story with the group?
So, my parents are no longer with us. Here, that is. But I believe they're still out there, on another plane. I've been reading a bunch of theories about this alternate world in the hope of going there someday.
То есть это просто круг по интересу.
I stumbled across a fascinating theory.
Блин, надо было дослушать, черт.
What about you, miss? You must have a story to share.
Здравствуйте, я Тифа, и я алкоголик.
Me? Okay. Where to begin? I fell into the life stream. I don't have words to describe it, except beautiful, maybe? It was a lot to take in. Feelings of kindness washed over me. Long-forgotten memories came flooding back. It was a warm, comforting place. But there was also
Тинчлан, привет.
conflict.
Типа того.
A war between the planet and its enemies. And I mean, we can't let them win.
Ты не там это рассказываешь, Тифа. Это надо было с союзником рассказывать, своим, с товарищем.
Fight back. Defend it from this terrible threat. Thing is, I don't know how to do any of that. And I hoped you might have the answer.
Вот чисто вот такого не было. Было близко к этому. Космоканьон был.
I'm not criticizing planetology or anything,
объяснения
and I'm not
были.
trying to scare anybody either. I just, you know. Never mind. This is all coming out wrong.
Не совсем, не совсем.
Please, do not be discouraged. Should you ever wish to try again, we would be more than happy to listen. What matters is that you keep challenging your beliefs. Stop doing that, and the answers will forever elude you. On that note, I think we should adjourn for the evening. The River of Lights is almost upon us, so let us head to the torch.
I'll see you at the festival.
Так. Ну что, идемте зажигать факел тогда. Не факел, а костер. Так. Я ничего не могу трансмутировать, меня это напрягает, блин. Не хватает всего. Я могу наделать поушенов, но нужны ли они мне? Окей, ладно. Так, ну что ж, идем. Весь Космоканьон мы осмотрели весь, получается, да? У нас, значит, здесь будет что? А, нет, не весь, не весь, не весь, не весь, не весь. А, Тинчлан, ну ты вообще начал семерку-то играть? Ты же хотел ее скачать, по-моему, и обмазаться ей с ног до головы. Я думаю, да. Грета бы топила за нефть, но при этом она бы топила бы за мирное сосуществование с Шинрой, я думаю. Или еще что-нибудь типа того. Ну да, или так, или работал бы вообще, да. Ну, в принципе, ты полдела сделал. Тебе боевка не понравилась? Опять тема. Это, кстати, это не просто тема Айрис, это вступительная тема Final Fantasy. Причем это именно аранжировка, которая играет в Final Fantasy 7 ремейке, по-моему, в интро. А квадратик, по-моему, надо зажать.
I had the pleasure of talking to a mentor. Said it was presumptuous of me to think I could save the planet. She decides her own fate, you see. As rain cleanses the skies, so too does she cleanse herself of filth. So what? We sit here and theorize while the planet rinses and repeats?
No, we fight, or nothing will change.
That's what I said. I knew you'd see it my way, Merc. Thanks. The planet's trying to tell me something. But what? Planetology, avalanche.
Мне нравится очень ствол вот этот у Баррета. Так, с кем я что еще?
Like the youths,
who left the Veil years ago. Avalanche, they call themselves. They were young, but the desire to protect the planet burned bright within their hearts. And who were we to quench such noble passions? Though their path led them elsewhere, if they ever find their way back home, I hope to be here, to welcome them with open arms, no matter what they have done.
Mm-hmm.
Did I sound as awkward as I felt?
You did good. Can't help it if they suck at listening. I got what you were saying.
I kinda wanted everyone to get it, though.
To hell with everyone.
Great advice. Thanks. Look at those stars. I think I'm gonna stay out here a little longer.
Да нет, да, там можно за FF7, за оригинальный можно очень много времени провести.
Look at them, gathered around the fire. Just like us that day. Me and Mom and Dad. If only we could do that again. Never mind. Just forget I said anything.
I'll lend an ear.
Whenever I think about my mom, my chest swells with so much pride. I feel like
Иншлан, а вот поиграешь в оригинал, узнаешь.
my dad, I just... Sorry, I can't. Still not ready. Sorry, I can't. Still not ready.
Hello?
When you die, you return to the planet? That has literally got to be the dumbest thing I have ever heard. Once you die, that's that.
Why do you think that?
I just do. I believe in anything else until I see some actual proof. How much longer are they gonna be doing this? How much longer are they gonna be doing this?
Короче, Юфи здесь не нравится. Я его не видел, он там был, да? Блять, я его не видел. Я проглядел, я думал, он все еще спит. Блять.
So, I'm an ancient. As in, a steward of the planet. One of those ancients.
А может, не стоит это всем говорить?
Or, to be more precise, the only ancient. For the most part, it's been a source of pain. I've been held against my will. I've been watched. I've been ignored. Even hated. And it's been that way ever since I was little. My blood's been nothing but a curse. If I ever started to forget, something would remind me of what I was and bring me crashing back down to earth. It was always the same. Time after time. I'd be shown a glimmer of hope, only to have it snatched away. I was never gonna be normal. That much was clear.
It's okay.
So my blood's been a curse, but it's also been a blessing. It's brought some wonderful people into my life.
Какая хорошая
Friends
речь.
that I
Надеюсь, с ней
love.
не произойдет ничего плохого.
And for once, I think I'm okay. Happy even. And all that pain feels worth it.
Ray of Hope классный ремикс с Хикари.
Even if I can't lead a normal life, there is one thing I can
Ну, Ход же
do.
пытался запереть ее вместе с собакой в одной камере.
And try to make the most of what I've been given.
Ну, типа, потому что собаки, они живут очень долго. Блин, с Кейт Ситом не поговорил, пипец. Я на секунду показалось, что Дирли Белавд играет.
There! It is time!
Whoa!
Pretty sappy, huh? Meant every word, though.
So, this is where you've been, Nanaki.
What's up?
There's something of great import I need to show you. And by that I mean all of you. Join me, would you? What did you all think of the River of Lights? Or whatever it, the ceremony has
Блять,
become
Чадли, ты как здесь оказался?
as of late. When I ask for their impressions, they often speak of how beautiful it was. Some claim they were even moved to tears. It's an overwhelmingly positive reception, I'm happy to say. To stir the human soul is no small feat, and it pleases me to know that the River of Lights possesses such power. Alas, my hopes to parlay their emotional response into a deeper intellectual curiosity, they have yet to be fulfilled. People are surrounded by cats, dogs, birds, and trees. They know that life is all around them, be it through the birth of a baby or the blooming of a flower. They bear constant witness to the blessed cycle of creation, yet they've no interest in the welfare of our planet. Forgive me for sharing my idle thoughts. Keeping them to myself is
Мужик, я хочу с Чадли поговорить.
What a beautiful thing it is to travel the world. I only wish that I had been afforded the opportunity to do so sooner. I wish you all the best in your ongoing hunt for world intel.
Так. Ну что, идемте, господа. Что мне надо было сделать Реду? Во-первых, мне Кейт Сит и Ред нужен. Вот это будет команда. Они хороши, но они хороши поодиночке. Вместе это будет, да. Так. Реду. Активировать, когда Vengeance полоска полная, да. Это будет обе вещи сложные.
Do you have any notion as to why the planet would choose to set such a trial?
I commend you for choosing to participate in this evening's ceremony.
Спасибо.
I pray that the planet watches over and keeps all of you from harm on your journey.
Так.
I'm glad to know that Aerith has friends like you to keep her company.
Ты даже ее не знаешь. Потому что она расист.
Well then, shall we proceed?
But I thought this door was
Sealed so that none may enter? Why, yes, and by my own hand, no less. However, you've a trial to undertake.
I do?
If you wish to prove yourself and become a Watcher of the Veil, that is. I presume you are prepared.
Yeah.
I will also require your assistance in carrying out the trial. Much danger awaits within, and I wish to ensure.
Интересно, это тоже актер озвучки был или два разных?
Simply say the word. Then off we go.
У Реда я имею в виду.
Now we follow the cave where it leads, deep as it will take us.
Это Волт. Сейчас объяснят все.
Has Nanake told you anything about his parents yet?
Nope. They were Watchers, both of them. But they couldn't have been any more different. When our village came under attack, my mother fought with courage, with honor. She faced the enemy and laid down her life to save us. My father, though, he turned tail and ran. He was a coward.
So then, you still haven't forgiven him?
Why would I?
I see.
Так. Бля, охуенно, у них запечатан в этом лавочка стоит.
From this point onward, only two may proceed. He who shall undertake the trial and his observer.
Who's gonna observe?
I'll do it.
That would render the trial meaningless.
What?
But if not him... Ah, you'll do nicely.
Me?
Him? Really?
At least pretend not to hate me.
Ха, этого я не ожидал.
Ready.
Окей, ладно. А, мы еще и за Реда играем? О, боже мой, как он будет сидеть на лавочке? А. Окей, я думал, он сядет как человек. Больше скидок нет? Блять. Музон.
You
gonna watch my back?
Yep. Burning holes in you right now.
What is this?
This is a place of deep sorrow. A place where those who have been sealed away are left to mourn their fates.
Нидхок.
If I weren't going to already. Get your paws off of me!
Guess it's my get your ass out of here. Give them hell!
Try and stop! Sorry, here goes!
Все как мы любим.
Right here! Gotcha! Fear me!
О боже, он действительно, он поменял полностью весь набор озвучки, что у него был боевой. Он теперь более такой радостный и в бою. Фирми! Это прикольно, это очень круто. И то, что квесты переделаны.
Such walls should be well within your power to climb.
Вот. И давно он так умеет.
This place is giving me the creeps.
Your discomfort is only natural. A fierce battle was waged here. And even after 45 years, scars remain fresh.
What? You're saying the Gi managed to make it all the way up here?
Okay, somebody fill me in. Who are the Gi?
The tribe known to very few people outside of the VII. The rest you will learn in due time. Of that you can be certain. For now, let us proceed.
Угу. Так. Я на слабых врагах не смогу набить уровень у оружия. Надеюсь, оно будет прокачиваться, несмотря ни на что. Не будет, да. Блять. Это, блядь, что еще за хуйня? О, она полностью лечит, окей. А, господи.
Damn if that doesn't look convenient. I only got 2 legs here, you know.
Так, сережки воскрешения. Бля, красиво. Напоминает подземные локи в этом, в Elden Ring. Есть, все, прокачали ее. Ладно, у него потенциально очень крутые обилки. В Stardust Race, с самого начала игры, она охеренно дамажит. Он может на всю пати наложить ускорение. И теперь еще он может всю пати захилить.
Hey, where'd you run off to?
Я знал, что так надо сделать. О. Вот это место довольно сложным было в оригинале, по-моему. Но тут был Cloud Red, если я не ошибаюсь. Господи, Барретт, у тебя зато одна рука, и чё? Кто? Мне, блин, слушайте, мне такой ред очень нравится. Там мы были наверху, да? Они вроде как говорили, что не планируется никаких DLC для этой игры. И я, честно говоря, пока не очень понимаю, как можно было бы сделать DLC, но было бы интересно увидеть отдельное DLC за, например, Реда.
Two legs here, you know.
Ага.
Hey, where'd you run off to?
Хочу убегаю.
Damn if that doesn't look convenient.
По-моему, у меня уже есть Celestial Bangle. Так. Та-да-та-дан. Фолли. Что такое фолли? Я опять забыл. Блин, а вообще неплохой комбо из них получается, надо сказать. Угу. Это чел сейчас оживет, да? Это Ги, да? That's what she said.
Under normal circumstances, I would stress that you mustn't judge a book by its cover. For the Gi, however, they are as fearsome as their appearance implies.
These are the things that killed my mom?
Namaki, this shall be your first trial. You are to explore this place. Understand the nature of its history.
Okay, will do.
Seek the relic of our past. Carry it forth and bring the truth to light. Only then shall the path reveal itself unto you.
Так, нажмите и держите L2 рядом с объектом, чтобы схватить его своим ртом. Угу. Окей, мне надо что-то тащить к Бубенхагену. Разные артефакты Ги, да?
Well, if it isn't a key arrow, its point is coated with a poison that rapidly circulates through the body, slowing the wounded until they are completely turned to stone.
Так, окей. Мы реально хотим сейчас воскресить Ги, что ли, или что?
This is... I'm not sure, but I'm pleased to see that you're enjoying yourself.
Да я что, знаю, что ли? Я вижу, что-то лежит.
That is but a mere bone.
Это охуенная кость. Мне кажется, Бобенхаген сам не понимает, что происходит. Губенхаген.
Oh, sorry. I haven't slept well of late.
Так. Это мячик?
Most would call that materia, but it is far more than a magic stone. It is a crystallized collection of the planet's memories and knowledge.
Nice, nice, nice. Потому что он зверь такой. У них горящие хвосты. Ну, вроде как. Этот огонь, который ничто не сжигает. Так, это точно то, что надо. Алто. То есть, по-моему, он ничего поджечь им не может, мне кажется. Если, конечно, не захочет.
Ah, yes, an armament of the VII. The carvings on its hilt should look familiar. Indeed, you'll find the very same markings on your own body.
Мистический ошейник. Стоп, серьезно? А, это новый. О, это еще один новый, что? О. Ну, может быть, он загорелся попозже.
Get rid of that thing!
Ги. А он хорош. Огонь, да? Мне кажется, мы на этом бою ничего не наберем. Не очень получилось.
Even in death, their lingering enmity manifests as such. They who wander in search of retribution.
That's kind of pathetic.
Do not be so quick to denigrate your enemies, nor make light of their plight. Consider this statue. It has been placed in this chamber for a reason. Handle it with the utmost care.
I will.
Deliver unto us the remnants of our past.
Вейт, куда его тащить? Туда? На этих рогах не получится. Мне надо опять снова набивать этот новый ошейник. Хереть, я 3-4 боя провел с ошейником, и мне уже надо новый. Ага. Ага, здесь проход. Да, пещеру, мягко говоря, они расширили по сравнению с оригиналом.
Are these altars?
Interesting, because my first thought was, are we gonna make it out of this place alive?
Its decor is indeed the opposite of inviting.
These look like the statue I picked up.
If there is a reason for everything, then one could argue that everything has no reason. Regardless, you know what you must do, don't you?
Deliver unto us the remnants of our past. Restore them to their rightful place.
Красное красному.
Marlene, Daddy loves you.
That it?
Not in the least.
Нам еще 2 артефакта дотащить. Угу. А, окей, недалеко, слава богу. Так. Да, понятно. Тут в одиночку придется все делать. Это, получается, придется и драться в одиночку. О. Надеюсь, это не значит, что у меня сейчас босс-файт в одиночку. Именно то оно и значит, да? А, фирога 2 полоски стоят. Почему я сразу не допер штаны 2 полоски?
The history of the Vale is intertwined with the Gi, for they first came to these lands many millennia ago. This sanctuary is proof of their persistence, for it was built to ensure that they never escaped.
But if they were sealed away thousands of years ago, how'd they break out and attack the Vale?
That I cannot answer. Only the Gi themselves could.
Mm-hmm.
But enough about them. You are here to learn about yourself, Nanaki.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
This cave serves as a boundary between our world and that of the Gi. It was vital to them in their plans. Were the Gi to seize control of it, the canyon would be doomed.
And the people.
When the Gi moved against us yet again, a certain watcher recalled this vulnerability.
О, нет.
Since time was of the essence, he entered the cave without reinforcements. As he had feared, it was teeming with Gi, ready to descend upon the village.
Почему?
To protect the veil, he pounced from one foe to the next, felling all who dared oppose him.
Hold on. If there was a watcher who single-handedly saved the canyon,
А, ладно,
how come
Ред
I've never heard of
тупой.
them?
For now, you should focus on your own struggles with the Gi. Their malice grows more potent.
Он очень тупой. Ну и почему ему это не рассказывали в детстве, кстати? Смысл какой был в том, чтобы скрывать ему, не говорить ему правду?
It's definitely got ambiance.
То же самое, да.
Do not allow fear to take hold of your heart. You are your own master, Manaki. You and no one else. Never forget that. Look to the crevasse and the gates beyond. Pass through all to complete your trial. But that's easier said than done.
Так. А не больно ли нам до хера надо сделать?
My turn? It's over!
Окей, они самоуничтожаются после этого, да?
Okay, let's shake a leg.
Я забыл, что мне надо, собственно, набивать себе Vengeance. Враги не очень удачные для этого. Блин, музон классный.
Bring it home!
Alright, my time to shine. Coming at ya. It's over! You ready for some? Nice try.
All right, watch and learn. Bang, bang. I'm counting on you. And don't come back.
Окей. О, а? Нани? Серьезно? Да мы сейчас наберем здесь вообще дохерища всего.
So how are we supposed to open this thing?
How indeed? Ideas, none of you. Resourceful you've become.
Он вроде просто зубами потянул.
Go for it.
Yes, I'll do it. You're up.
All right, my time to shine. Look out. Well, how's this? I'm right here. Good to go?
Need my help, do you?
Just watch. You know you at least you tried. Here goes.
Oh, you gon' feel it.
Gotcha. You ready? Well. You're still here.
А, две полоски.
Say your prayers and beg for forgiveness.
Coming at ya. Now it's time to sick him.
All right, watch and learn. This one right here is for the planet. No, we're done here.
Это было довольно сложновато, чисто из-за того, что нам пришлось качать у них обилки. Так бы это все было гораздо проще.
Good to go?
Yeah, I'll do it. Sorry.
Only one winner.
Ain't got nothing on me.
Угу. Надеюсь, она потом не отрубится. Это напоминает мне, локация напоминает мне какое-то место из Dark Souls 2. Второй DLC, что ли?
About damn time. Send you round the world and back.
Так, он прокачался.
All right, my time to shine. End of the line. It's over. Tear into him. Trying. Good to go?
Guess it's my turn.
Gotcha.
Give 'em hell.
Don't worry about it.
All right, watch and learn. Keep pouring it on.
A watcher's work is never done.
Что, вторые ворота уже? Ладно, это будет гораздо быстрее, чем я думал. А. Fear me. Есть. Let's get serious. А.
We beat them. Have you now? In one step, they have yet to truly pass on, and their rage remains unquenched. Come, let us keep pressing forward. We're very nearly there.
Look out! You ready for some fun?
All right, watch and learn. Suck on this. Oh, you in trouble now. You got this.
All right,
Я так понимаю, у него довольно рандомно этот. Или он всегда лечит. Надо попробовать попробовать под его удар поставить этого врага. Я думал, он взрывается, но походу, что он не взрывается, а наоборот меня лечит, когда умирает. Если так, то это супер полезно. Бля, Барт, тебя забыли спросить. Это еще новые враги? А, нет, это эти two-face.
I'm fired up now.
Нет, нет, это не лечит. Ну или может быть иногда лечит.
The Watcher's work is never done.
Блядь, чертов пёсель. Так, сейчас мне надо ненадолго отойти, одну секунду. нравится. Музон, конечно, охеренный здесь. Мне очень нравится. Так, ну что? У нас 3 врата остались, да? То. Барат. Я бы сказал, что мы это сделали для Барата, но там ему не пройти никак.
This reminds me of those altars.
There is a similarity, yes. But this sanctum is much more ancient and serves a rather different purpose. The altars we came upon before were built to imprison the key. This, however, was built to provide the Cetra with a means to commune with them.
Commune with them? Why would the Citra do that? The Gi were the enemy.
Good and evil, friend and foe. Dichotomy is not set in stone, as mutable as the winds. But for now, Nanaki, let us concentrate on the matter at hand, clearing a path to the truth.
Easy. Не будут исчезать? Wait, what? Блять, я не испугался, нет. Денег дали. Да, это испытание, конечно, сложное для специаля. Согласен. Так, а мы изучили у него сейчас все? Да, у нас только кейтсит не изучена обилка, да? Надо, там обилка очень сложная будет.
As with good and evil, sorrow too assumes many forms. 45 years ago, a watcher fought his way here alone, and in his bravery took upon himself the burden of our home.
Так, скиллы, интересно, у нас есть, потому что мы левелап-то получили. Тифа и Юфи. Вот это звучит охеренно. Так, ну что ж, шаш. Я так подозреваю, босс-файт. Гигантский гиб. Ой, микрофон ударил.
What is it? Their ire manifests once more. Do not underestimate this foe.
Talk about an axe to grind.
Why the hell's this thing pissing us?
Well, now, please.
Need my help.
Так, ага. И собственно, сточь. Угу. Ой.
Sorry, should have paid more attention. Where's a big bucket of water when you need it? Let's turn this around. Bring it home. Get your ass out of here. Let's go all day. Hell yeah.
Так.
You cheating son of a...
Ладно, ладно, мы его неплохо задамажили, наверное.
Mind over matter. Damn it. This right here is the power of the planet. Wait, it's up to something. See ya. Ain't no thing.
Так, у него нет, да, лечения?
Get your ass out of here. You think we'll just let you do what you want? Suck on this, big man.
Just watch. Ready?
Блин, неудачно получилось, наверное, ладно.
Oh, you want? Oh, you in trouble now. Bring it home.
Leave it to me. You got this.
About damn time.
Let me show you what I want.
Bring in the heat. Give 'em hell.
Don't worry about it.
О нет, только не Дум!
Gotcha. Going in. Here goes. Go for it.
All right. You got this.
My turn. You can go.
Guess it's my turn. Don't look now, but it's about to get real.
Vengeance is ours.
Ладно, ладно, это... Ух. Это было сложненько немножко. За счет Дума. Я перепугался, значит, когда он Дум наложил.
Everlasting. Well done. You've become quite the formidable fighter.
Sure have. So, does this mean I passed the test?
I'm afraid that decision is not mine alone to make. Let us consult with one more qualified.
Так. Ну ладно. Блин, файт был прикольный. Файт был очень прикольный, тем более, что оба персонажа у меня не особо к нему были готовы. Мягко говоря.
The Watcher of the Veil fought valiantly and offered up his life in defense of our home. As you see, he still watches over us to this very day.
Wait. Is that... Seto? My father? No, there's no way.
The poisoned arrows of the key transformed his body into stone. And there he has stood ever since, his watch eternal. Our savior.
What about my mom? Did she know what had happened to him?
Oh. Why, of course she did. It was, after all, she and Seto who asked me to seal off the cave.
But why? Why did she never tell me the truth?
Because she knew that if she did, you would attempt to seek your father out all by yourself. Your parents strove to keep our Veil safe. But there is one thing they fought even harder to protect. You, Nanaki, their son.
She was afraid. Because I was too small and weak.
Back then, perhaps. But not anymore, heavens no. You've become a fine warrior in your own right. And that is precisely why I brought you here. But this is not where your journey is meant to end, my dear boy. You must leave the Veil once more.
But I'm a Watcher now. I gotta protect our home, like he did.
Listen to me, Nanaki. When I first heard your friend's emphatic warnings, I dismissed them outright. No more than the ravings of misguided youths. When you've lived as long as I have,
Когда остальные
I
пришли.
believe you've seen it all. That no surprises remain. But I realize now how very foolish I have been. The eyes that I thought saw the world clearly have grown blind to new possibilities.
But...
I would hate to impede your progress any further. I bid you leave, Nanaki, before, like me, you become inured to your own ignorance. With sharper eyes and keener ears, go forth and in my stead seek the great truths of our world. Look after him for me.
Don't worry. We will.
You failed this trial, my boy. Continue your training and try again. Are you up to the task, Nanaki?
You bet I am. After all... I am Nanaki, Watcher of Cosmo Canyon, and son of Seto, protector of our Veil.
Только не говорите, что...
Hearken unto me.
What?
My name is Guy Natak.
Окей, это что-то новенькое.
Brave and noble Seto, I beseech you once more, hear the urgent pleas of my people. My thanks, Seto. You are as magnanimous as ever. The warrior Nanaki, and you, the Cetra. Come with me.
Так. Окей.
That was... Oh, an exciting turn of
Нет,
events
нет, нет,
indeed.
нет, нет, не для этого. Нет, нет,
We'll
нет.
back you up for 2,000.
Бля, мужик заебал.
No. This one's free.
Бой. Погодите, чувак, стоп. Ребят, вы откуда взялись?
Please look after Nanaki for us. Blessings of the planet be upon you all. Please look after Blessings of the planet be upon you all.
We will escort fellow Bugenhagen back home. Take care, friends.
Within that Guy's flesh is a tumult of emotion. See to it that Nanaki remains safe.
Так.
Oh. Our world is filled with wonders. I bid you seek them out.
Так, давайте пати переделаем. Кейт Сид. Кого поставим? Давайте. Кто побегает? Кейт Сид точно остается. Реду 48. Нам сейчас сказали. Так. Кейт Сид и пусть побегает. У нас Айрис давно не бегала.
Can anyone explain to me why we're even taking this detour? Anyone? Because some of us are on a mission to secure the material we need to, you know, save our homeland.
How can you talk like that in a place like this? I'm scared out of my wits here.
I don't know. This Guy dude's too nice to freak me out.
He may act nice, but who knows what he's planning. Stay alert.
Так. Походу, что да.
The home of the Guy lies beyond. Now let us begin our journey.
Not so fast. What's in it for us? Unless it's materia, you can count me out.
How strange you should mention materia. My people are also in search of it.
Они еще искали белую материю, да?
Okay, all aboard.
Would have stayed longer if I could, but I'll be back soon. I promise.
Да что ж такое-то? Куда ни плюнь, попадешь в God of War Ragnarok.
Maybe try swaying with the rocking of the boat?
I wanna move less, not more.
Didn't seem to mind when you jumped aboard.
Only because he mentioned materia.
Be quiet. The planet is listening.
And what's wrong with that?
Anything that reaches the planet's ears, in due time, reaches those of the Cetra. Unfortunately, the Cetra are not a tolerant people.
Excuse me, am I intolerant too? I'm Cetra.
You are indeed one of them, by lineage alone.
Черт, Айрис нетолерантна.
You know not of their history. That has been lost to time.
Their history?
Consider your ignorance a blessing. The Cetra's past is fraught with horror and sorrow.
Да, нам правда говорит об этом тот, кто сражался с
So there I
этой.
am, on the ground, bleeding out, watching everything go dark. Thinking, this is it. This is how it ends. Only, it isn't. Suddenly, the wind picks up out of nowhere. It tugs at me so hard, it feels like it's tearing my soul right out of my body. Next thing I know, I'm back in the orphanage. But nobody can tell me who found me or how I got there. It's a miracle.
Sounds like what happened to me. Whole freaking army unloading on my position. I'm feeling every single bullet.
Стоп. Они наконец-то решили перерисовать это все. Боже мой, они не используют заставки Crisis Core.
But then, the wind starts blowing. 1 minute, I'm outnumbered. And the next, I'm alone.
None of it makes any sense. I somehow managed to beat the odds and wake up here, alone. Why in the hell did fate pick me?
Can't think that way.
Can't not think that way. Their luck runs out, but mine doesn't. I'm the only one who gets a pass. And now that it's just me, what am I supposed to do? You know?
Yeah, I get it.
Hey, come with me.
Sure, but why?
I'll explain on the way.
Так, а где мы теперь? Мы были в секторе 5, да, по-моему? Да, сектор 5.
So, how's Cloud holding up?
Mako poisoning's done a real number on him. Doubt he's in for a speedy recovery either. But hey, hope springs eternal.
Right. If he does recover, you can bet
А
your
ты
ass
откуда
he'll
Клауда
act as
знаешь?
nothing. Shrug it off and say he's been through 10 times that shit.
Are we talking about the same
Да,
Cloud?
да, да,
Come
да.
on. Guy's desperate to prove himself. Not like he needs to. Everyone knows he's a bona fide badass.
Guess there's no
Hey, why don't you try picking up some work as a merc? A Zack of all trades.
Why?
Because one's not enough.
I'll think about it.
Да, они же знают. Это тут хороший вопрос. тут по идее... Очень странно все. То есть, да, Бикс погиб на платформе. Сейчас нам показывают, что он, типа, выжил здесь. То есть у нас все, в принципе, то же самое. Штамп другой, да, этот пес другой здесь, в этом мире. Клауд, который вытащил Зак сюда, и Клауд, который существовал здесь, это разные Клауды. То есть здесь, в теории, два Клауда.
Apparently, there are riots going on over in Sector 8.
How am I supposed to take my mind off things if I can't bury myself in work?
It's just one thing after another these days. I mean, how many partings and enhancements has this station seen? Promises made and kept.
Блин, как классно отказаться сейчас, на самом деле, в Мидгаре. Он так далеко. Зачем Шиннер хочет атаковать этот разлом?
See our mother's despair inscribed upon the heavens. Oh, how she cries, her lamentations echoing from sea to sea. Time grows short. Soon our
Avalanche.
Get a load of this.
Get a load of this.
Okay, let's see. The destruction of Sector 7 was orchestrated by Shinra themselves. We can't let those murderers get away with it. People of Midgar, fight back against our corporate oppressors by joining Avalanche. Seek us out at the lot off Petal Lane. Wow, that's bold.
Yep.
То есть они даже
These guys
пишут.
are setting a trap for themselves.
Yep.
Shinra will just roll in and round them all up.
Doubt public security will even bother going through the motions. Easier just to shoot and skip the paperwork.
Then anyone who goes is...
An idiot, I know. But idiots are what we need right now. Folks who'll risk it all.
Там Банора Вайт висит реклама. Банора Вайт это ебучая деревня, где Анджела и Генезис жили. Дом Апплс там выращивали.
Kinda wonder how that rift looks to all the folks topside.
Hey, you ever wondered about your purpose in life? What you're doing here?
Sure, from time to time. Or all the time.
Never guessed.
Didn't used to, but things changed. Went through a lot after I joined Shinra, like, a lot.
I bet. I ask because ever since I woke up, I've been wondering about what to do with all this time I've been given.
Они поправили JPEG, кстати, потому что теперь это не смотрится так плохо, как это смотрелось в FF7. Я имею в виду небо.
Hey, Biggs. You said before I ought to try picking up some work as a merc.
Yeah?
'Cause one's not enough. So who's the one?
Cloud. He didn't tell you? Must not have wanted the competition.
When exactly did you meet Cloud?
The day before we hit Reactor 1. So, how long ago was that again? Weird. My internal clock's busted.
Yeah, mine too. What's that about anyway?
These days, every time
Good
I
question.
sleep, I dream about all the things I wish I'd done differently.
So, what do you think's gonna happen to our baby?
Don't know.
I just wish you could have seen their face.
Hey, let's give them a name. We may not know what's gonna happen.
I have so much to be grateful for. A loving partner.
Hey, take one of us next. Let's make it our best yet.
I just hope I can put on a good smile.
Это все-таки очень интересно, как они решили это сделать. Банора Вайт опять. Delicious Fresh Healthy. Идите нахуй. Мне не нравится, что я вижу здесь. Loveless? Loveless? Там было G-референс.
Yeah.
Like The guy who only has to worry about the how.
Why don't we all
Doesn't have to decide on the what.
A minor role?
Exactly. I'm no hero. So how come I was the one who got saved?
Because someone needs you. You and your can-do attitude.
Then who might that be?
Whoever brought you back, I guess?
And assuming there was someone,
You were the guy with Aerith.
who could
right?
it have been?
Is there anything
That's
we
a
can
good
do to
question.
help?
Hell with it. Let's just do what we want.
It's just up ahead. Keep your eyes peeled.
Copy.
Вы идете в дом... А, нет. Окей. Дом Айрис той стороне. То есть Аваланч решил собраться здесь, да?
Nobody, huh?
Только не говорите Джесси? Может быть Джесси?
Well, at least Shinra was a no-show too, right? Who's there?
А, господи, блять.
Huh. New recruit?
As if I'd ever join Avalanche. I just came to see what kind of morons would fall for your dumbass propaganda, that's all. But I should have known. Nobody could be that stupid. Anyway, I'm out, losers.
I told you I wasn't cut out for a leading role. And here I thought I might have been saved for a reason. Some higher purpose.
Кстати, а где шрам у
Sorry
Зака?
for wasting your time.
Где шрам у Зака? Где у Зака шрам наебали?
Biggs! It's up to us to find our own purpose. I mean, who says it's gotta be one way? Everyone's sitting back, acting like the world's doomed, but the future's not set in stone. We're not powerless. So long as we don't lose sight of what's important. You know, what matters most of all when the going gets tough. I don't know, hopes, dreams, maybe?
А, о, да, извините, проглядел.
So long as we've got those, and hold on tight and never let go.
Like this?
Like your life depends on it.
The world's lucky to have you. It's a start. Anyway, I gotta run. I'll be sure to pay a visit to Cloud when I get the chance.
See ya. Think about what I said. Guess I should probably head home too. Home, huh?
Чем больше ревней, тем важнее персонаж. Чем важнее персонаж, тем... Wait, what? Кирия забыла свой бэкпэк, который... Ага, да. Набит этими припасами для путешествия. Ну, Кирия здесь. То есть это реально полностью другой мир у нас. Ну, это мы знаем и так, потому что мы видели лого собаки совсем другое. Просто интересно, насколько сильно он, кроме этого, отличается. Это чей мотоцикл? То есть вы решили реально собирать Аваланч в 2 шагах от дома Айрис, да? Гений, блять.
I'm back.
Welcome home.
Welcome home.
Guess who I just saw? Biggs.
Really?
Said he'd visit too.
Oh, yay! Did he say anything about Daddy or Tifa?
Ой.
Oh, sorry. Forgot to ask.
Aww.
Zach, would you mind checking on Aerith for me?
Sure.
We're all headed for the same place. You'll see your daddy and Tifa again.
Soon?
Soon enough, Marlene. Soon enough.
Да, очень интересно, что они, конечно, задумали здесь.
It's me. The wind, that was you, wasn't it? Hello in there.
We've arrived.
Village of Gi, охуеть.
Still standing.
Да. Эй, чел.
Welcome to the village of the Gi.
Чел, ты нас бросаешь здесь? Окей, ладно, у нас абсолютно новая секция, которой не было никогда в оригинале. Как мы вовремя Айрис выбрали, а? Угу. Блять. Так, что у вас здесь по скидке продаются в вашей деревне? Мегапоушены, отлично. Беру. Хорошая деревня. Играют ли в их деревне в Queen's Blood?
Welcome to our domain, children of the planet.
Y'all hear that just now?
Our flesh is gone, yet our spirits are condemned to linger. Outsiders such as we are unwelcome, forever denied the planet's embrace.
I feel for you. Can only imagine how tough that's been.
My kin now dwell within these effigies. I beseech you, lend them your ears. Long has it been since they have had an audience.
They're not bound to the planet, and so she rejects them.
Because you have to come from the life stream to return to it.
Which means these dudes can't die, right? They're invincible!
I'm not sure that's something to celebrate. Being stuck as spirits with no hope of release sounds like a fate worse than death.
As if you know anything about dying. I mean, Are you even really alive?
Another stuck spirit, perhaps?
We shall not rest till the materia is ours.
You and me both.
Так. Они про белую материю, интересно, говорят. Блин, это круто. Это то, что они хор сделали вот так на бэкграунде, охеренно. Серьезно, то есть, вот людям это не понравилось. Ладно, мы увидим, что дальше будем, но людям это не понравилось. Серьезно, у них из-за этого жопы горели, блядь. Ну, ладно, увидим, что впереди дальше. Ладно, пока не будем, пока не будем.
I'll show you what I can do. Go on. Show me what you can do. Get him. Okay. Why don't you lead the way?
Right to work. Let's do this.
I'm coming. That'll do. Kinda hurt. What the?
It's up to me.
Ладно, мы не будем стараться Кейт Ситу набить с этими чуваками его обилку.
I'll show you what I can do. You can do it.
Your turn now.
I'm here for you guys. Don't know how I did So it's my turn? Tagging
Это будет практически невозможно набить его обилки. Мне нужно это на боссах делать.
It was our fate to be spurned by the planet forevermore. Thus did we resolve to forge our own path to salvation.
With materia, you mean?
We lost to lay hands on the
Да, это белая материя.
I'll show you what I can do.
I got this. Get ready.
After you.
Taking over.
Это будет очень сложно его прокачать. Это будет практически невозможно. Я не знаю, как это делать. Пиздец.
There is but one thing that can deliver unto us ultimate salvation, and that is materia.
So an ultimate materia? Where is it? You gotta tell me!
In the materia of peace, we shall find the end for which we have long yearned.
Да, у него по нулям прокачка идет. Очень печально.
Our ultimate salvation is cessation. It is nothingness. Our wish is not to exist, but rather to no longer exist.
Ultimate salvation is nothingness? Okay.
Угу.
Of materia, we place our hope and faith.
Так. Они сейчас отсюда, наверное, таким способом получат подсказку, куда идти.
Don't know about y'all, but I got a sinking feeling. Think we probably don't want to overstay our welcome here.
It's hard to feel at ease around folks whose only desire is death. And if the planet won't let them have it, well, who's to say they won't let the planet have it?
Save me!
Sure.
Don't you think someone responsible like me ought to hang on to that materia? So it doesn't fall into the wrong hands.
I think we shouldn't get involved at all, lassie.
Little late for that.
What do you think he wants us to do for him?
Steeped in our one desire, purest of materia no more, with pain and spite.
Да-да-да, я понял почему. Вот что изменилось. Они бы, если бы все было бы как по-старому, они бы и не стали бы вмешиваться вообще. Да.
Whatever that materia is, we can't let them have it. No matter how much they want it. Don't know how far we can let this go. But for now, we play along.
Вот это после Космоканьона в оригинале они просто пошли дальше, ну, с помощью Сида они пошли в Нибельхейм. Там они выучили знания о храме древних и двинулись уже туда.
Those who did began a new life here.
Why don't you leave the world?
You were not welcome. Not in life.
Let's do this.
Can you take over for me?
Let's spice things up, eh?
Так, теперь мне надо найти мугла моего, набить полоску и завязать обилку. Она стоит 2 полоски или что? Я боюсь, я не смогу заюзать, потому что какая-то хуета. Блять. Почему я не могу ее использовать? Используй как? Что происходит? Что, блядь, происходит? Что за тупость, блядь? Я снимаю табель. Пизду. Я сейчас так долго и упорно пытался ее качать. Это идиотские условия. Он ее не прокачал в пизду. Нет. Это самое тупое, что они могли придумать. То есть мне надо вызвать Самона, вызвать Мугла, использовать после этого, это надо, для Самона мне надо полную 2 полоски АТБ раскачать, я его вызываю Самона, потом я качаю полоску себе АТБ, половинку, вызываю Мугла, потом я раскачиваю еще себе чтобы использовать обилку, и обилка почему-то не работает, почему? Это тупо, блядь. Я не знаю, идет это нахуй обилка, она мне все равно не нужна. Надо Кейт-Сита нахуй брать и спать.
One cannot return to that from which one did not arise. And so our souls sought refuge here. Yet idleness brought no solace. Our days, a penance imposed by the planet for the sin of our existence. And now, our only wish is to be freed from this prison, to be granted true release.
Я сейчас не могу зайти в нее, он потом. О, близко к замку Обливион.
From the planet, we claim the greatest of materia, a most sacred treasure, and imbued it with our desire for freedom. After an eternity, the materia began to stir, and thus did we rejoice, knowing that salvation was within our grasp. We rejoiced, so convinced were we that our prayers for release had not been in vain. Yet the loathsome Cetra trespassed upon our lands and stole the treasure that would grant us deliverance. Therefore, we ask that you retrieve it, the black materia.
Окей, ладно, они черную материю ищут.
Please, it alone can liberate us from this endless dream. The Gi cannot rest until our sacred treasure has been restored to us. Moreover, in redressing the crime of her ancestors, the Cetra may help us to let go our ancient grudge.
Where is it?
It is said the orb
Да,
lies within
да,
a
они так
place of
получают здесь
Cetra
этот,
worship.
куда отправляться.
A place of Cetra worship? Or temple?
You know what?
I have an idea. At least, I think I do.
Forgive me, Hollow One, if I regard you with suspicion.
Now hold on there. I'm fed to one and all, thanks to my crystal ball. No matter your need, I have the right read.
He's strange, but you can trust him. Really.
Alas, it appears we have been discovered. I trust you will return our materia to its rightful home. Only you can end our torment.
Ладно, это интересно было. То есть, в принципе, это не привело никаким различиям. Оно просто дало нам доп. Причину искать черную материю. Скорее, просто причину искать черную материю.
Guess we're back?
И мы знаем теперь, куда,
Yeah.
куда идти.
We need to get moving.
Right.
I'll make you proud, Dad. Just wait.
Нахуй Кетита с такими предъявами, блядь.
It's good to see you again. Allow me to escort you to fellow Bugenhagen. Please, this way.
Окей, мужик. Только не говори, что был короткий путь.
Hook, line, and sinker. Those undead suckers actually think we're gonna give him back their materia.
They called it their salvation or whatever. But to me, it sounded more like something with the potential to wreak some serious havoc. Nope. No way in hell are we letting them have it.
Can't let him have it either.
Him?
Sephiroth. Did no one else sense him?
No.
You're the resident expert. If you say Sephiroth was there, I'll believe you.
Wait. So, are you saying Sephiroth's after the black materia too?
Probably. Better to assume he is.
Well, come on! Let's go! Can't let anyone get between me and my materia!
So, Kate Sith, I gotta ask, how do you know about the Cetra Temple anyway?
Well, I wouldn't say I know about it exactly. Not directly, anyway.
What's that supposed to mean?
I just recall some document or other discussing its existence. If we can get to a Shinra terminal, I should be able to find
А
it.
где мы найдем Шинра терминал?
They set any up here?
I think so. But I bet old Boogie will know for sure.
А, окей, я думал, это будет их причина двинуться в Нибельхейм.
Thank heavens you're alive. I feared you might have returned to the planet.
Oh, come on. We both know you didn't need to worry about me. After all, I am the son of Seto the Watcher.
Forgive me. But if I recall correctly, Shinra should have set up a transmission terminal here in Cosmo Canyon, so... where is it?
Oh. What did become of that thing? Ah, yes, now I remember. I was so fascinated by the technology it employed, I did some tinkering. Some tinkering, I say, though it was quite a lot. But now it serves a decidedly more practical purpose.
You've got to be kidding me!
Well, do you know about a Cetra temple?
A temple, you say? If you mean a place where they worshipped gods, none exist. The Cetra never engaged in such practices.
I
Сейчас,
didn't
секунду.
know that.
Я сначала показал, сослышался. Окей, я вернулся. Там срочное дело было. Так.
Maybe it was referred to as such by someone ignorant of their culture. If instead it is a site of importance to the Cetra that you seek,
Ага, да.
texts do speak of one, and of the pains taken to conceal it.
So, it does exist?
Perhaps, though I know not where it is.
Huh?
And even should you find it, I would urge caution. They were a star-crossed people. To follow in their footsteps is to court tragedy. However, the rewards may yet outweigh the risks. You must bring every one of your senses to bear. For then no secret will elude you, however well hidden. And when you return home, I hope you'll share your discoveries with me.
Fellow Bugenhagen!
What is it? I'm a little busy here.
Another man in a black robe has come. What should we do?
Well now, a friend of yours?
Where'd you see him?
Oh, the village gate.
We should check it out.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Так, тресс это... Чё? Окей. Отлично, это хорошо. Потому что город очень большой.
I suppose I ought to seal the door once again. The workings of our planet are most fascinating, no?
Blessings of the planet be upon you. Are you in need of guidance?
Так.
Nanaki! Is this man okay? He is, albeit rather weak. Not sure why, though. I know Mako poisoning when I see it, and this isn't it.
Yeah.
Nibelheim, ain't that?
Where Tifa and I grew up.
Ah, of course. Nibelheim had a terminal. I'd bet my whiskers on it.
It, had a terminal.
Cloud, remember what you told Guy in Attack back there? That I might be weird, but you can trust me. Aye, well, even if you were lying, I'm gonna prove to you that you can trust me. That I'm on your side.
It's not that.
We should go.
Wait, you're talking about heading to Nibelheim from here? There's no roads you can take far as I know.
Maybe we can't go by land.
But by air.
Meaning we'll need smoke.
Right then, back to the airstrip we go.
Нет.
Cloud. Proto-relic energy signature confirmed. And relatively close to you. While the signal is on the weaker side, it may serve as a good place to start. I'll send you the coordinates right away.
Спасибо, мужик, спасибо. Я все думал, когда у нас прото эта хуйня появится. Так. Слушайте, а что я неправильно сделал-то? Тут... А где выход из города тогда с этой стороны?
You just worry about getting to Nibelheim. I can look after him. You just worry about getting to Nibelheim. Did you see that?
Нибельхейм. Наша следующая точка пути. Но перед Нибельхеймом у нас дохерища еще всего, что надо сделать. И даже в городе есть еще чем заняться.
Blessings of the planet be upon you. Are you in need of guidance?
Так. Нам в обсерваторию надо было?
Now, where could it have run off to, I wonder?
What are you doing?
Nothing much. Preparing for fieldwork. Haven't performed any in quite some time. At the moment, I'm trying to hunt down my tools. I must have buried them awfully well. But where?
Fieldwork? At your age? Yeah, I don't know. Maybe you ought to let us handle it.
Treating me like I'm some invalid? I'm the very picture of health.
See what I mean? Just swallow your pride and let us take care of whatever it is. You stay and rest.
Well, I suppose I should take you up on the offer while you're still here. Very well. I'll let you assist me.
Good. Now, lay it on us.
Бугенхаген здесь, конечно, интересно сделали.
Take a look at this field report from my previous survey of the life springs in our local region.
Are you sure this is accurate?
It was at one point, but life springs are mutable. They rarely remain in one location for long. Indeed, such events move periodically. Nothing unusual about that in the least. However, it is not their positions which trouble me. Rather, what the survey team has reported. Perhaps this fact-finding expedition of ours will clear things up. I would have you visit this site first. There, measure the Mako frequency using this meter of mine.
All right, will do.
Так, окей. Ну, что ж. Я, наверное, на этом остановлюсь. Сегодня что-то мы долго сидим. Меня смущает вот это. То есть я, получается, где-то проглядел пути, наверное, на карте. То есть, получается, Космоканьона не было выхода. Ну, это ладно, не суть. Это мы найдем. Вот он путь был. Ну, не страшно. Так. Так, сохраняемся. И на этом на сегодня все, пожалуй. Все, всем спасибо. И всем пока.